January 9th Mayor's Briefing here at City Hall. Again, thank you all for coming here and joining us for this. One of the ways we are serving our city is addressing homelessness, and as we continue to work towards expanding programs serving all of our unhoused population, functional zero homelessness right here in Wichita, we also strive to reach functional zero homelessness specifically for our veteran population. Here to tell us more about progress since we launched the initiative to end veteran homelessness in Wichita is Matt Lowe with the United Way of the Plains. Matt.
Thank you, Mayor, for your unwavering dedication to addressing the challenges faced by our most vulnerable citizens, and for recently signing on to the Mayor's Challenge to End Homelessness, which was an initiative first launched by First Lady Michelle Obama back in 2014. By accepting this challenge, you have committed to a collaborative effort led by the Mayor's office to work alongside nonprofits, the VA, the faith community, and other stakeholders to end homelessness in our community. This commitment embraces the creative use of all available resources, including the winter shelter, the multi-agency navigation center, the development of a homeless preference program for housing choice vouchers, landlord incentive programs, and much more. At the Coalition to End Homelessness in Wichita and Sedgwick County, we are grateful for your continued focus on achieving functional zero, a point where there are more individuals who are exiting homelessness than there are those who are entering them. This collaborative effort began approximately 18 months ago when leaders from the City of Wichita, Sedgwick County, the Robert J. Dole VA Medical Center, and the United Way of the Plains came together to publicly pledge to reach this milestone for veterans in our community. Since then, we've gained valuable insights and built a system that is effective and continues to evolve. The past 18 months, through these efforts, 224 veterans have been housed, a tremendous accomplishment worth celebrating. However, there is still much work to be done. To reach our goal of functional zero by November of 2025, we must accelerate the pace of monthly lease-ups. We invite landlords to partner with us on this mission. If you're a landlord in our community and you're willing to make one or more of your units available to veterans in need, please contact VA housing specialist Christy Evans at 316-889-4417. Again, if you're a landlord in our community and you're willing to rent one or more of your units to a veteran in need, you can contact VA housing specialist Christy Evans at 316-889-4417. By agreeing to house a veteran, we as a coalition are committed to providing the ongoing case management and wraparound services that are needed to ensure that the veteran is set up for success and doesn't return to homelessness. Together, we can create lasting change for those who have served our country and now seek stability and support. Thank you for your partnership and commitment to this critical issue.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you for being a partner in helping this community reach functional zero homelessness with our most vulnerable population and one who has served our communities and our country, which is our veterans. So your plea to landlords in our community is to help with ending homelessness for veterans right here by providing housing opportunities where they can get the voucher through the system and then pay for that spot if one of the landlords will allow that for veterans. So again, thank you very much, Matt, for that opportunity. And now here to share our weekly mental health tip is Eric Litweiler with Mental Health America.
Thank you, Mayor. So many of us know, or if we've studied history, we've noticed anyway, ancillarily, that humanity has used social isolation as a punishment for centuries. For those who failed to comply with social norms, things like dungeons were invented. Even today, we use in prison solitary confinement, and it's still practiced today, and they're all manifestations of this inherent knowledge that when we separate people from general society, it's a punishment. It's been shown through innumerable studies that just 14 days of social isolation has permanent structural changes to the brain. It's not that it necessarily causes mental illness, but those 14 days nonetheless make permanent changes that cannot be undone and lead us to more issues with mental illness. Sociologists believe the reason that humans became so prone to mental illness as a result of this isolation is a callback to our earliest days on the planet. We lacked fangs, we lacked wings, we lacked super speed to escape from predators. And so we evolved as social creatures, and some 6 million years later, our brains still require a collective dynamic to function optimally. And when we lack that dynamic, we're far more susceptible to common illnesses, both physical and mental, such as obesity, heart disease, dementia, depression, and anxiety, not to mention the 84% increase in the likelihood of premature death, estimated around 15 years earlier. When you hear it said that isolation is the #1 enemy of good mental health, it is not hyperbole. In this mobile and busy society, it can be difficult to stay connected to loved ones and to find time to forge quality relationships. But for your own mental health and for that of those around you, it's worth making the effort. When we hear about checking in on others after natural disasters or cold fronts like we've been having, that check-in is a way to maintain the social connection that other people need to maintain their mental health. So if you needed one more reason to check in on the elderly, distant family members, children, that sort of thing, hopefully this is one more for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you for reminding us of being these social creatures that require social interaction. And what a better segue with social interaction than mentorship. So one thing that can be positive for our mental health is really connecting with people, and the future career prospects as well as our overall well-being for young people requires mentors to help them, guide them to that path. Well, January is National Mentoring Month, and here to tell us more about how mentoring programs have a positive impact on young people is Youth Horizons President and CEO, Robert Gardner.
So good morning, and thank you, Mayor Wu, for allowing us to have a space at this briefing. And yes, we're excited to promote National Mentoring Month. Youth Horizons gets really excited to bring a highlight in the city about the importance of mentoring. So thank you. Yes, I am leading. I'm the CEO, President of Youth Horizons, and just am a proud leader of the organization because I'm lay witness to the impact that our agency has on young people, and precisely in the area of mentoring. And for the past 30 years, I've been involved with Youth Horizons, #1 as a mentee, but also as a volunteer and in other capacities within the agency. And so I get to see firsthand how impactful mentoring can be. Mentoring helps connect people to social and academic and economic opportunities while strengthening community. Mentors spend quality time with mentees, acting as role models, encouraging them to excel in school, teaching them how to build healthy relationships and to thrive social-emotionally, and precisely to be able to make decisions about their future. Research shows that mentoring has a significant positive impact, especially for youth in underserved communities. Here are a few powerful statistics about mentoring. 92% more likely are young people to volunteer regularly in communities. 75% of the young people who have mentors are more likely to hold leadership positions in clubs or sports. 74% say that their mentor contributed to their long-term success. But despite these benefits, 1 out of every 3 young people grow up without a mentor. This void creates a mentoring gap, which means that millions of young people across our nation, including those here in Wichita, lack support outside of their home to offer them guidance. So the need for mentors is clear. 85% more 85% say that their mentor helped them with school and education. 58% say their mentor supported them with their mental health. 60% of former mentees under 40 still seek advice from their childhood mentor. As a former educator, administrator for the Wichita Public School, I got an opportunity also to see first-handedly how teachers and other support staff and people outside the community would come into the educational setting to provide mentorship. Mentoring matters, it works, and so we're so excited here to be here to highlight the work of Youth Horizons in regards to mentoring. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you again, Robert, and to Youth Horizons. You guys are a nonprofit that really tries to impact youth in a positive way, and I'm one of those statistics. 60% of former mentees under the age of 40 still seek advice from their childhood mentors. And my childhood mentor, since the time I was a middle school student at Truesdale Middle School, I've had that mentor since, and I still continue to seek advice from Mrs. Sorensen, and I'm really appreciative that there are mentors in our community that step up, volunteer their time, and make a difference in youth that eventually can have leadership positions in our community and then help mentor the next generation of young people in our community. So I encourage anyone who is watching to sign up to become a mentor, whether as an individual or as a family. There are opportunities for both to help young people in our community, and we need more people to step up and become mentors and positive role models for our youth. Well, another hot topic today is streets. Of course, we've had this winter storm, and I want to start by thanking the Public Works and Utilities team under the guidance of Director Gary Jansen, who's here in the room. His entire team has been working around the clock trying to plow the snow as well as treat the roads, and I really am very appreciative of the entire team that has been doing that. I'd also like to thank all of the crews that are obviously still working right now, and some are probably resting until their next round-the-clock shift, which is a 12-hour shift, and they've been doing this since Thursday. Now, the layer of ice preceding the snow and low temperatures have not made conditions easy to abate, but crews continue to treat roads and to retreat as necessary. Now, yesterday, they also began preparing for snow forecasted for today. And as always, you can track the snow plows at wichita.gov/snow removal. We also have an alert page and news flash, and we'll continue to provide social and media updates throughout the duration of the storm. Despite low temperatures impacting the effectiveness of treatment, crews have diligently worked nonstop to make our streets as safe as possible and are ready for any additional snow that we may receive today. Please continue to use care as you get out, especially on elevated roadways and on bridges. Next week, we anticipate roads will be even more improved, and it's a great opportunity to get out and get involved. So I would like to ask you to mark your calendars for Thursday, January 16th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at the Advanced Learning Library in downtown Wichita for the Wichita Transit Network redesign meeting. Attendees will have the opportunity to hear about proposed network and route changes and final recommendations as part of the network redesign study, which was launched in 2023. Wichita Transit periodically conducts a comprehensive system-wide analysis to identify existing challenges and opportunities for improvement. Now, this project will identify local and regional transportation needs, challenges, and opportunities, create a cohesive planning effort, and prioritize short to long-term transit investments. You can preview the plan on wichitatransitplan.com. And you can come out and hear from the experts again next week, Thursday, January 16th at the Advanced Learning Library. And as I like to close out each of these mayor's briefings with good news, I'll start off with today happens to be National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. And so we're very appreciative of our Wichita Police Department and all the officers who are out working year-round and helping our community. Yesterday, there was something exciting. The American Red Cross Battle of the Badges announced their winner, and that happens to be, for the 6th time in a row, the fire department. And then yesterday, we also got to see the reveal of Wichita River Festival's artwork for 2025. The kickoff for Riverfest is May 30th, and it will be a great celebration of our community. So I encourage you all to start marking down your calendars for May 30th, the start of Riverfest for a week. And again, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have come out here for the mayor's briefing and continue to use caution as you're driving around our community. So I would open it up for any questions from our media partners.
Yes. Can you provide a statement about the store, the response to store in this last week?
Thank you, Mayor. So we continue to get questions. We're going to be as responsive as we can, as soon as we can. The main difference from any anticipated snow from what we've seen previously, the last winter storm event, was that we don't anticipate getting that layer of ice underneath it, which will make it much easier to treat the roads. Obviously, crews will continue to work rotating 12-hour shifts throughout the duration of the storm event. As a reminder, please be mindful of our mail carriers and delivery workers. Make sure that you're scraping your sidewalks and making it safe for them. Snow or road conditions continue to improve. We will continue to see some snow-packed areas. Please continue to use caution as you drive as well. Anything else on winter storm? All right, thanks, guys.
Well, thank you all very much for joining us for the mayor's briefing. We'll see you again tomorrow for the agenda review at 11 a.m. and next Tuesday at the city council meeting right here at City Hall at 9 a.m. Have a great weekend.